from Solo. Gnar, of course, a very interesting champion, all things considered, for a top laner. He gives you a little bit of everything and reliably gives you very little, sadly. But when he does pop off, when he does find his moments, he is ludicrous.
Mid lane, they're going to fight for this.
And the ward here, very easy for TES to predict. This will be relevant. Keep our eyes, though, on where the damage is going to go. That's going to be a flash forward. That's going to be a taunt onto 2. Do they win out in the sustained fight, though? Because Santorin is already level 2, and he does so much sustained damage. Still a squishy little Bambi action there, though, so he's going to have to back off. Yandro now running for the life, going through, and that's going to be first blood coming in for FlyQuest. An excellent start. There was an opportunity, it feels like, for Fly to try to break the bot lane matchup rather than trying to weather the storm. As you see, the hook does land. Maybe they can't get a little bit more damage down. The sidestep, that is not the binding you were looking for. Turtle and Ignar plays this well. It's actually very hard for TES to do anything. They have to be patient on this one. TES thinking they had the level 5 advantage, but that's the Gnar back into the wall, right into the tower. Now Knight is tanking him, he's going to flash into safety. Solo making it out of this one. TES were not ready for that Gnar ultimate.
Yeah, beautifully played there by Solo. Comes back with the Ninja Tabi as well, and even though they pull Knight.
2,500 gold, 7 minutes into the game. If you told me it was TES, I would have believed you without looking. You tell me it's FlyQuest, I want to know more, and right now the story is bottom lane competency and Solo holding on. Even his own back here as he now wants to return to the top side. This is a bit of a long con play. It's going to be a lot of wasted time if this does not go in the favor of top Esports, but that's going to be the whiff, and definitely not the one that they were looking for. Now, Boomerang isn't going to be back up for Solo. He's not able to pick it. Throws out the 10 icon, says try again, but the Urgot out. That's going to be it. Pull him back in. Oh, God, it's still just as gruesome, even if something could go wrong at any moment. That all it takes is a single play from TES to turn it on its head. But for now, FlyQuest in complete control, and they're looking to find the pick here on tonight. The taunt coming in, but he's just going to get shuffled right back. Easy use of the Emperor's Divide coming in from Power of Evil.
Very nicely done and very patient now as here comes 369.
369 walking forward. It's going to be a slow fight. Santorin dodging around the side of the pit. If any CC does manage to connect, and it does, he's going to be in trouble. Very squishy still on the Lilia this early in the game. So KaiSser's going to grab as the eye goes through, but of course it looks like doesn't want to use the smite quite on that one until he's absolutely forced to. Turtle will break the first tower of the game, 610.
Drop down behind the Caitlyn. That makes sense. You want to try to funnel as many plates as possible into her, but here's a potential dive.
Santorin going to be in trouble here, though, because once again, he is very, very squishy. And that is going to be Venison for the side of TES. Easy finish out on that one, and Solo might just be another name on tonight's dinner menu as he's going to get poked out as well. KaiSser with the blast to the face. Still get a consolation Drake on the back of that one, but it does mean giving up some of the gold advantage that they worked so hard to build up earlier on.
Yeah, but now they've got 2 dragons. The next one will be in about 18 minutes. So you're looking at a potential of a 23-minute soul, which is obviously going to feel really nice for FlyQuest because A, they spike really well on 2 items and then continue to spike really well. They have tons of scaling potential for them. So while his flash, but ultimately while Turtle and FlyQuest continue to break open this map and try to accelerate the game.
And this is one of the difficulties of Summoner's Spellbook, is that obviously when you have a spell like Ignite and Flash, you have to be willing to burn one to get back to your original spell to teleport. In this case, 369 just has to get up there the old-fashioned way to try to contest that one. So it will be another tower taken out. FlyQuest for now holding on to a 2K gold lead, 2 Drakes as well. All things considered, looking pretty good in this game. Power of Evil scaling quite comfortably. You look at individual CS discrepancies, and they are certainly still favoring the side of FlyQuest.
Yeah, and now it's going to be how they problem solve breaking down this mid tower. Now, historically, how you do that is
that landing that arrow. Oh, Jackie Love, absolute MVP of dodgeball in his elementary school class, no doubt there after that one.
What I was about to say is
you're going to do good damage to him, but not going to burst him enough to take him out of the fight.
Look at the mid wave.
Oh, going over the wall. He's going to get locked up. It looks like they might just have enough damage. Now 369 trying to sidestep, trying to make it out of this one, but they're not able to take him out quite yet. They burnt literally everything on the Urgot, but it looks like it was the right choice. Now they're going to have to concede a tower here from the side of FlyQuest, but in the meantime, they should be able to take down this 3rd Drake uncontested. A good pick from FlyQuest.
Really nicely done from FlyQuest. Again, a lot of patience, especially around Santorin and Ignar. Woo! Santorin securing the dragon right fight.
15-second cooldown until he can get rage again. So they have this window of about 30 seconds, let's say, give or take, where they know that the Gnar will not come to bear. The question is, can they fight anyway? They maybe just kicked it off, but that's Knight on the backside looking for the taunt. Wild Turtle now locked out. Who's going to get it in the end? It looks like the Ocean Soul has been secured by KaiSser. FlyQuest now running for the hills, but they'll find 2 kills off the back of that. TES may have saved themselves from an Ocean Soul, but it still looks like they're going to lose the fight. The scoop back in. Wild Turtle says, give me another. And that's looking like a triple as it comes through in the end. Drops, and all that extra money goes into FlyQuest's pocket. And now they have to survive the siege of the Ashe.
Now, but still, FlyQuest should just play the map with this Baron buff, continue to snowball their own gold lead, closing in on 10K now.
How much longer before they're
If he gets a good one, that's obviously going to feel really nice, but FlyQuest should be sitting on a bunch of gold because of the towers that they've taken. So I don't think they're going to try to force their hand too hard here. If they go wrong, they would give a lot of shutdowns over.
Big arrow, Mikhail's fall out.
Oh, deep teleport.
This flank could be massive. Keep in mind, it's a low health bar for JackeyLove, so they're going to have to play this one out a little bit slowly.
JackeyLove has reset his position. Knight has flanked. FlyQuest have spotted him out, and now...
Right now. You might be knocked out, but you can go out looking good after a game like this against TES. Arrow going to connect on 369. They're going to pull him back to the middle of the team. The follow-up is there, but they can't quite get it done. KaiSser now leaping into everyone. Wild Turtle going to be isolated, taunted off to the side. That's going to be massive. Maybe, just maybe they can turn it back. But Fly say no, not today. Chasing him down. Solo, bobbing, weaving, moving forward in the fight is Power of Evil. Looks for another opportunity to throw a few more autos down, but they've killed Wild Turtle, but not Santorin, and that means Cloud, or Ocean rather. An easy pickup here for Fly. That's going to be Ocean Soul, and while TES is starting to throw a few more punches, Fly still coming out on top.
Yeah, it's just the shutdown bonus. I believe it was Knight who got the shutdown as well. So on the Galio, I'm going to say not going to make that big of a difference here as we take another look at it. I was just going to talk about, you know, the strength that Ignar and Wild Turtle will have right now because 369 is so vulnerable. Now, as soon as 369 is caught, Knight immediately sprints into the backline, forces the flash out of Wild Turtle, so maybe they capitalize on that because he is much more...
This should be the FlyQuest victory lap. 7K up. Absolute control. They're going to grab another Baron. Deluxe Halt. A sad attempt at a steal there, but we might as well try it. The cooldown's going to be low enough at this point in the game. Now it's 3 items for JackeyLove, so maybe, just maybe, TES, 3.5 rather, can try and find a fight, but pushing in on the top side is FlyQuest, and with 5 members strong, they look all but unstoppable here in this game versus TES.
So what you're looking for is, again, Ignar is going to be fishing for a lot of these hooks, whereas where's the desperation going to come out of TES? Are they going to decide to sack 2 inhibitors before they mount their final stand? The rage bar is full, so engaging now would be quite dangerous.
Still a good little bit of poke. Obviously, the frustration of sieging against a Caitlyn is you can do what you can to protect that. But oh, there goes KaiSser. We were waiting, and they found it. That's 1 hook, and that might be all it takes. Clearing out the waves, though. TES are still holding on. Not afraid because they lost a single member. Bot lane inhibitor is exposed. Solo can start to zoom down there as the next wave will crash in the top lane. Ignar with a Hex flash over the bush, but it's 369 in the middle of the entire team. He goes golden, and now Knight's in the midst of the backline. Santana pulled in and snared by the trap. It's clean play, but it's not nearly enough because it's Solo on the backside. Solo looking for redemption, and TES getting torn to pieces. FlyQuest, where were you in week 1? You might have showed up, and it certainly looked good. Here it is, FlyQuest taking down TES. What a sight to behold.
And what they couldn't do against DR